Have you ever wondered what IT is and wanted it explained simply? Welcome to She Learns Tech, where technology is made accessible to everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about the term IT. You've probably heard this term before, but maybe you've been afraid to ask about it. Well, IT is short for information technology, and I'm going to explain what it is in easy to understand language. In simple language, IT is using technology to handle data. So let's explore the terms technology and data a little further. By technology, I'm generally referring to various electronic devices, most notably computers, but also your cell phone or tablet. A lot of things you interact with in daily life now have electronics in them that allow them to be part of IT. Things like your fridge or washer, your doorbell or home security system, and many people have Alexa, the electronic personal assistant. These are often referred to collectively as the Internet of Things or IoT. So, what do I mean by data? Data is simply raw information that acts as input to or from those devices. Some everyday examples would be the phone numbers of friends and family, titles and authors of books you own, monthly bills, or a shopping list. Businesses deal with a lot of data too, but it looks a little different. Some examples would be inventory, sales, and consumer information. While all this data could be stored, shared, and accessed using pen and paper, using electronic technology is more reliable, more efficient, and more effective, especially when multiple people might need to access that data. IT helps people. It helps them do their jobs, communicate, and solve problems. IT is not just coding, it's not just fixing computers, and it's definitely not just for tech geniuses. You've already interacted with IT. You just might not have realized it at the time. Have you ever used email or a cell phone? Have you ever turned something off and then back on trying to get it to work? If so, then you've interacted with IT. Now I'm going to go just a little bit deeper into some characteristics of IT. No stress, just an introduction, and I will break them down further in other videos if you want to know more. I'm going to talk about four of the core characteristics of IT and give some real world examples you should be able to relate to. Characteristic one is data management. This is how you store and manage data. Let's think about a collection of books. Where are you going to keep them? On a bookshelf? Where is the bookshelf going to be? In the bedroom? In the living room? How are you going to arrange the books on the shelf? Are you going to line them up randomly, by subject, by color, alphabetically? Those books are just like chunks of data, and how you store them would be data management. Characteristic two is hardware and networking. What physical pieces are you going to use? And if there's more than one, how are you going to move data between them? Let's go back to the book example. If the books are data, then the bookshelf would be hardware. Hardware stores data. Networking would be having two or more bookshelves and you move a book from one to another. Networking lets data be shared between two or more pieces of hardware. Characteristic 3 is software. Software allows you to input data and tell the hardware what to do with it. Let's use a different example for this. Think of a recipe. In this example, the human making the recipe is the hardware, and the recipe is the software. The recipe has what ingredients you need and how much. It also tells you how to combine them and in what order. And then it tells you how to cook it and for how long to get the end product. That recipe is the software taking the data and telling the hardware, you, what to do with it. Characteristic 4 is security. Security is how you keep things safe that only the people you want to can have access to it. Let's say you have one recipe that you learned from your mother, and she made you promise not to share it with anyone outside the family. How are you going to ensure you keep your promise? Are you going to email the recipe to everyone you have an email for? Are you going to lock it in a safe? Are you going to teach it to your children? This is similar to the thought process behind security in IT. So, why do we even care what IT is? IT has been a part of the business world for decades, but it has become a larger part of our everyday lives in the last several years as well, with no signs of slowing down or stopping. Can you survive without it? Yes. But is it going to become increasingly difficult and uncomfortable if it hasn't already? Don't panic. That's why I created this channel. So there was a place that even brand new beginners could learn without pressure. If there are specific topics you would like to see covered, let me know in the comments below. You are not on this journey alone, so please subscribe because you belong here.